Hello everyone and welcome back to Brickified. With the release of the new Jazz Club and Pizzeria Modular building, what better time to take a look at and give you my thoughts and rankings on every LEGO modular building that has been released since their beginning in 2007. So let's get into it. Starting off this list at the lowest spot is the Market Street Factory from 2007, which is the second modular building and released the same year as the original Cafe Corner. The reason that this set gets the lowest marks is ultimately I just don't think it fits in the theme overall and definitely has aged the worst. Created from a fan designer that visited LEGO and was amazed at the sight of the Cafe Corner prototype, in just 24 hours he came up with the original design for this building, and after a few modifications it was released as an official LEGO set under the factory branding, which can be considered a precursor to the current LEGO Ideas theme. Overall, this set has some cool features to it, but I think it just honestly looks the oldest to me, almost like 5 or 10 years older than the Cafe Corner. Next, at the second to last spot, at number 17, we have the Pet Shop from 2011. My initial reasoning for its place here on the list is that I just think it aged really badly. The color scheme just wasn't the best choice. It just looks very dull, and overall, there's just not a lot of contrast on the exterior. I do like the brick build lettering in the front of the shop, and I like the architectural features along the pet shop's roof a bit more than the left apartment building, which is receiving a fresh coat of paint, but yeah, maybe they should have hired a different painter for this one. The colors just aren't very exciting. Inside, of course, you can take your pick from a few different animals such as a German Shepherd, a little kitty, and some parrots and a goldfish. Actually, let's call that a koi fish because it's freaking huge. And above the pet shop is a lofted apartment which has a rather tall fireplace, a small kitchenette, but I think it could have used a bit more interior detail. There is a bit of space out back where sadly it looks like a dog was dropped off in a crate. That's slightly depressing. But before I move on, I wanted to share my main points of how I'm ranking these today by their exterior looks or curb appeal, interior detail, how does it fit in the LEGO city, does it mesh well with the other buildings, building experience, and when applicable, their story. At number 16, and this might upset some people, but I have the Brick Bank from 2016. Now I know. It's a LEGO city and we all need a bank. Believe me, I agree. I can also agree that banks generally aren't the most exciting looking buildings, but for me, I just think this set looks a little drab. Because we are comparing it to some really stiff competition, which all have a bunch of detail and nice contrasting colors. That being said, I do think LEGO did a good job with making this look like a real bank and really did what they needed to do to make it come alive, with nice sand green windows and nice part usage along the roof. And on the inside, there's a fair amount of detail and a really clever money laundering story that really does this set justice. At number 15, I have the Palace Cinema from 2013. Which has a lot of mixed feelings throughout the community, and I think I fall into that slot as well. I think it's cool. I think it's different. It adds a lot of spice to the city. However, when I'm looking at all these beautiful modular buildings, I see this one and say to myself, I could wait and get this one later or towards the end. Another reason this set has gotten a lot of flack is because it used stickers, which were probably needed to do the movie posters, but fans really did not like that, and LEGO has been printing everything in modular since. The interior utilizes the red base plate well by symbolizing the red carpets of the 19th century movie theaters, but it could have used a bit more detail inside. Ultimately, the second level theater is just not grand enough to be the symbolical movie theater for the LEGO city. There was just limited space, and maybe it would have worked better in a normal building instead of a corner lot. I don't know. It is hard looking at this one image and not thinking it looks great, especially with the sidewalk detail. It's probably just the roof that does it in for me. At number 14, we have the first modular building ever, the Cafe Corner. A cool bit of info about this set is at the time, LEGO hadn't released buildings in a long time, so they didn't really have all the windows or door pieces that would fit this scale, so they had to get a bit creative. But this building really does look good from the exterior, but it made its way here because there's really no interior. However, something really cool is that LEGO gave you inspiration on the back of this box to build a massive cafe corner, which some people have definitely accomplished. At number 13, we have the beautiful and stunning Boutique Hotel from 2022. This truly is a really stunning build, and I love the color palette. The exterior is just great for that reason, other than the side balcony, which I do like something a little different for the LEGO City, and I do like the look of it when looking at the set by itself. However, I find it quite difficult to find a good place for the set because this open space It just doesn't fit well in a lot of orientations. It does have an okay interior, particularly the first floor looks quite good, but the building shape really hinders the upstairs floor space, which makes it just a bit too tight of a space for a hotel in my opinion. However, they did manage to work in a full bathroom. LEGO fans rejoice. At number 12, I have the Bookshop, or Birch Books, from 2020. This set is very fall inspired, and I display it with my fall decorations. And I've even been known to spruce it up a bit near Halloween. Overall, the building looks good, with enough cool exterior architecture to admire, but also doesn't make it stand out too much. It's more of a filler building, and someone should definitely fill the bookshop with a bit more books. At number 11, we have the Downtown Diner from 2018. Which again looks really good, guys. But just like the boutique hotel, I find that this one's a little hard to integrate into the LEGO city and make it not look out of place. Maybe there's just a bit too much spice in this one. However, the build on its own is epic. I love the color scheme as a standalone, and you get a nice pink car that fits the diner time frame. The 3D pink brick lettering is awesome, and come on, the right of the building is literally a huge jukebox. Very cool. The interior is also pretty epic. It has a full first floor restaurant with a good amount of space and great tiling work. And I really like the recording studio and boxing ring and gym upstairs. Man, I want this to be higher on the list. I just find it hard to integrate with the rest of the modulars. Breaking its way into the top 10, we have Assembly Square from 2017, which is also the 10th year anniversary of the modular building line. While a good portion of you may have this set a bit higher on your list, I mainly put this set here because I get a little frustrated with the building process. This is a 4,000 piece set, and there's only 6 numbered steps, each with like 5 or 7 numbered bags, some of which having even more bags inside of them, which means that in almost every step you have about 700 pieces in the table in front of you, and it just gets really hard to organize all those pieces and find the right piece with that much. Not to mention that it's on a base plate and a half or a third, which is huge, and then the full instruction manual. You just need a big table to build this set, or else you're just going to get frustrated. Anyhow, the buildings do look pretty good, if not a little understated. I like the interior details throughout, but my favorite part of this set is the assembly area near the pond. Just a lot of cool tile work going on there. At number 9, we have the Green Grocer from 2008. This thing has a standard footprint, but the buildings go all the way up to the 3rd floor, and I don't know, it just really commands the space. Just look at it between Market Street and Cafe Corner. It's literally massive. While some of the upper floor interior details leave a bit to be desired, the first floor is done very well and an adequate amount of grocery stock for its footprint. At number 8, we have the Corner Garage from 2019. I think overall this wasn't a very favorite set for the community, but I really do enjoy it. Although I think the brown upper levels could have used, I don't know, just a little something else to break up the color a bit. And I really didn't like the space in between. It just looks like 3 distinct buildings. They could have done something a little bit better to close up that space maybe. But the first floor is really cool. I like the octane color scheme and branding, and the garage portion just looks really cool. And you get an added truck and a pretty cool garage door mechanism. Upstairs you have a vet's office and some good interior detail, and a fair looking 3rd floor apartment with a nice built out kitchen. At number 7, we have the Grand Emporium from 2010. Now, while this is not the most exciting looking building from the exterior, like it looks good, cool architecture, and really symmetrical, but ultimately I think it tends to blend into the background, which is not a bad thing for this set. That is because I feel like you could have many of these in your city by maybe removing the flags, billboard, and shop sign, and you could just have this as a base building throughout. While the interior details do leave a bit to be desired, I really look at this as an exterior building, and it's really cool that not only could you expand it upward, but also horizontally, and even make a complete block including all 4 corners of this set. Now that's what I call modular. At number 6, we have the new Jazz Club and Pizzeria. Now, if you saw my video on the reveal of this set, you would know that I was 50-50 on it, and yeah, just a little bit indecisive. But after 2 more weeks of looking at it, I really have come around to accept it and enjoy the great contrast of colors it's got going on. I also think the colors are going to work really well for a lot of rebrickable opportunities. And on the interior, we get a nice pizzeria, a fairly sized jazz club main floor with another bathroom. But originally I was just not too keen on the upper levels, just not that great looking on the interior. But I am looking forward to picking this set up on day one, so look out for a full review on my channel coming very soon. So get subscribed. At number 5, we have the police station from 2021. A police station is definitely something that's needed in a city, and it looks pretty good from the exterior. I quite enjoy it. And I think you could really buy multiples of these and expand it not only upwards but even horizontally with a bit of creativeness. The interior of the donut shop looks really cool, but the inside of the police station is just a bit too repetitive for me and leaves a bit to be desired. However, the donut thief story is quite comical, and it does shout out the old laundromat from the Brick Bank, which adds to the comedy of advertising an illegal business literally on the side of a police station. At number 4, we have the Fire Brigade from 2009. This set is just a staple in the LEGO City. Large front facade in that rich dark red color, and the 1932 brick-built lettering just sells the time period. Also, that's an Easter egg for the founding date of the LEGO Group company. It's easy to expand upwards or even sideways, and you even get a fire truck, like, come on. The interior is a little iffy, but par for the course at the time. It's just an excellent set that is a must-have in every LEGO city. Breaking its way into the top 3, we have the Detective's Office from 2015. Now, I will give you that it is a little light on the architectural features and appears to be a bit more simple and boxy looking, but the color scheme here was just perfect. Just the right amount of contrast to make it pop, good amount of masonry bricks, brick build lettering, just the whole 9 yards. I absolutely love this exterior look. The interior does not play around either. Al's barbershop looks great. Very good representation of a barbershop. The detective's office is done well enough with some hidden features, but for me the pool hall just kills it. Just look at the detail in this scene. From top to bottom it just looks great, and I don't know, it just looks really cozy inside. At the number 2 spot we have the Parisian restaurant from 2014. A number 1 choice for a lot of LEGO fans, and I don't blame them. This set looks amazing both on the inside and on the outside. There's just detail all over this set. There is an exterior balcony like the one we saw for the boutique hotel, but I think it's just done a lot better here, and the front of the shop just has a lot of curb appeal. It really does make some other modulars look a bit boring. And on the interior, the details continue with a rather sizable restaurant with multiple dining options and a full kitchen. Upstairs there's an art studio and a little apartment with some cool space-saving furniture tricks. Rent must be expensive in the LEGO City. And at the number 1 spot we have the Town Hall from 2012. This set had to be at the number 1 spot because it's just a must-have in the LEGO City, and it just commands your attention when you walk into the room. It's just massive. It's also quite easily expandable and just has a lot of exterior detail. The interior details do lack quite a bit, but when you have this set in your city, no one's going to care. It's going to grab everyone's attention. It's just great. But those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments down below. And while you're down there, let me know what your top 3 modular buildings are. And heck, if you're feeling a little froggy, what modular building should come out next year in 2024? And until next time guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Brickified video. And also consider checking out my ranking of the Winter Village series sets. I'm sure you will enjoy it.